Alrighty. Well, 90 for 9, I'm Angelina. I have MXMTOON with me, aka Maya. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. I think you have like one of the dopest artist names. MXMTOON. Like, how did that come about? What is the main?
Well, thank you. I'm really appreciative of that. It actually came up when I was 11 years old and I created an art Instagram account because that was where I posted all my cartoons, which is why MXMToon has the tune in it in the beginning. And then MXMT are my initials. So my dad was the one who came up with it because I was trying to figure out how I could create a social media username. And then eventually I used it for everything, including video games and including music. And that's how I am now known as MXMToon. Yeah.
Props. Wait, so were you like drawing cartoons?
I was drawing cartoons and I was posting them online, and I thought that that was going to be kind of my route to internet stardom, but it wasn't clearly. I found something else that worked out a little bit better.
Oh my gosh, you're so talented. Do you still like draw in your free time?
I do. I'm on tour right now, and I brought my iPad along with me so I can like doodle in my free time, and I've been like just drawing random things that come up in my brain.
I love that. You're so talented. I'm loving your latest song, Sad Disco.
Thank you. I'm so glad you like it.
I feel like I want like my new favorite rom-com to have this song. It has that like nostalgia,
Oh my
you know what I
gosh.
mean?
I would totally love that. I feel like one of my ultimate goals is to like land in a rom-com, like one of those super pivotal moments. So, I love that.
It has all the rom-com vibes. Tell me what this song means to you though.
Yeah, so I was really excited when I started working on Sad Disco because I think this new project that I'm releasing, Rising, is my next album. I really got to kind of dive into the music that I remember loving when I was growing up. And one of the records that I really listened to and artists that I loved was ABBA. I specifically had Mamma Mia on a CD. And so I would listen to that nonstop when I was 6 years old. And I remember I was like, okay, I want to make a song that makes me feel the way that Dancing Queen by ABBA does. And Sad Disco was like the middle ground between meeting kind of MXM Tunes existing emotional world and then also kind of bringing it into this disco glitteriness that I really wanted to try out. So it was super fun to work on.
The music video looks super fun too.
It was such a blast. Like everyone was just like, it came together so fast and people were really excited, but it turned out awesome.
Like even the lighting, did you have that vision?
I did. I kind of drew up like a kind of a color board that I wanted to kind of bring into the music video. And Elizabeth, who's the director, just did an incredible job making that happen. And the lighting was awesome. It was so good.
Yes, and I feel like kind of the same feeling I get also with your song Mona Lisa. I mean, you're still the queen of, sad girl bops. But tell me
Thank you.
about like the growth in your music from, songs like Prom Dress to now.
I
Um,
think a lot of it is really like correlated to the fact that I've grown up since I wrote those songs. I mean, I was 17 when I wrote Prom Dress, and that's a very young age to write a song. And obviously, the emotions that are in that song are very, I would say, the best way to describe it is teenage. And a lot of the songs that I'm writing now, I think, are able to kind of take those same emotions and recognize them, but also not feel completely like stifled by them and don't feel like you're always going to be stuck in them. Like I think Mona Lisa was one of the first songs I was like, okay, I need to make something that can acknowledge kind of feeling like you're a forgotten person, but also like that you have the ability to be spotlighted. And so I think like a lot of them are a little more positive than past songs that I've written are. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, you're kind of like, we're still sad girls, but we're healing. You're like in your
Exactly. We're going to therapy. We're taking our meds. Yeah, like, yeah.
love that. No, that is so cool. And you're from Oakland, right?
I am. Yeah.
From the Bay. You have an upcoming sold out show at the Regency in San Francisco.
I'm so excited. I used to like go to shows at the Regency, so it's super unreal, and I'm gonna get to play it this time. It's awesome.
That's right.
What was that?
You added a second show as well.
Yeah, so I'm playing 2 nights, which I honestly was like, I was blown away when the first night sold out. I couldn't believe it. Most of those are probably my family's tickets too.
You're like, wait, I know him, I know her.
Literally.
But I bet you're super excited to come back home. What is like your first like, oh, when I get home, I'm going straight to this taco truck, or what is that for you? Like, what is the first thing you have to do when you get back home?
I was literally just thinking about like what taco truck I was gonna go back to when I go back to Oakland. And there's this one place that I like grew up going to almost every single weekend to get their chorizo and egg burrito. And it's Taco Sinaloa, and it's in like kind of West Oakland area. The best chorizo and egg burrito ever. It's like the length of my entire arm, and like my whole family splits it. It's so good. I have to get it when I'm back.
And that's like a second fave for me too. I love I don't know if you've been to the 29th truck. It's like in the Goodwill parking lot.
Yeah.
That's my first favorite. But if like that one, if it's closed, because sometimes they close early, I'll go to that one.
It's true. It's so good. I mean, you can't go wrong, really.
That really is a classic. Like, I feel like everyone loves that one. Um, I love that. Well, your new album, Rising, dropping May 20th. What can fans expect from this album, like as far as sound?
Yeah, so I think sonically it's a little bit different. It's definitely more pop heavy in terms of kind of what I wanted to do with it. I really wanted to just go full out on the production and really make it sound like a lot of the music that I just grew up loving again. So like there's disco influence, there's like kind of 90s indie rock influence. There's like just a bunch of different, I think, sounds that I haven't necessarily tried out in the past. And but still I think a lot of the lyrics are really similar to the way that people might know me. It's the introspective, emotional side of the things that I like to explore. So it's kind of updating the sound, but also keeping it emotionally the same. So hopefully people will kind of find some familiar areas, but also be excited for something new.
I'm super excited. I know you're gonna keep killing it on tour. Hopefully, you could stop at the station soon.
Oh my God, I'd love that. I mean, I grew up listening to you guys, so it'd be awesome.
That would be super dope. If not, I'll probably run into you at the taco truck.
Probably, I'll see you there.
Thanks so much for hanging out. Is there anything you want to tell your fans in the Bay Area?
Not really. I'm just super stoked that I get to be able to like hop on the shows that I grew up listening to in the car on the way to school. So like thank you so much for having me. And my heart is always with the Bay. So I'm excited to be back soon.
Love you back. I'm excited for you. Forward to the album.
Thank you.